long you spend on the internet. Sometimes you plan maybe half an hour, and then it later turns into 3 or 4 hours, maybe even 5. Personally, I never figured that for teens it would be such an issue to learn how to use the internet. Obviously, it's something that benefits us all. We use the internet for school, for all kinds of, you can shop on the internet, all kinds of different things. But do teens really use the internet most of the time to do academics? Relating to me, I had a sister that, and with time I began to realize she was starting to spend more and more and more time on the internet. What became at first just playing video games turned into opening a blog on MySpace and obsessively using, like, always on there. Later on, me never noticing that she was spending so much time later led to some kind of problems that called our attention from her school. My sister was contemplating suicide. We further had no idea this had all erupted all through the internet. But however, I think we have the power to limit children's and teens what they do on the internet and how long they spend on the internet. Today I will be talking about how teens spend too much time on the internet, the disadvantages of why they spend too much time, and why we must limit what they do. Soon, we begin to think, why should we limit what kids do online? Teens are beginning to depend too much on the internet. According to Harvard Mental Health Letters, reducing teens' risk on the internet, more than 90% of U.S. teenagers have internet access, and more than half use it for social networking sites such as MySpace or Facebook. If you think about all the time that is spent on the internet and all the things that teens, children can be doing, playing in the park, being more active. There's so many activities at schools that teens could be doing instead of just being on the computer. It is a benefit when it comes to homework, when it comes to preparing for some kind of project. However, spending too much time on social networking like MySpace or Facebook teens forget what it is to have communication skills. How many in here are afraid of public speaking? I mean, everything seems so much easier just through an email, through a text message, all kinds of other ways of communicating, but not physically. Internet also facilitates the lives of teens. Like I said, it makes it easy to just go on my YouTube and find something to laugh at, or also to go on and find like information for your speech. You go on and you find what you need and you're done. But not for teens. Libraries are losing teens by Barack L. from the School Library Journal. Nearly 13% of teens don't visit their public libraries. Always depending on sources from the internet also is not going to get us anywhere. We're always so dependent. What if technology one day broke down? Where would we be? Especially for teens that now, and through these social blogs, they create fake identities. What seems to be a kid at school, has no friends, and has no people skills, has 500 friends on their webpage. But what does this lead us to? How is that person going to be ready for their next job interview? If you think about it, it's something that we should put a stop to. Limit it. Help teens be more productive. After school activities. How we can stop teens from, get them distracted off all these social networking websites. There is sports that after school activities like sports, tutoring, volunteering will help also. And all academics. Teens, when they join clubs or sports, a lot of times have to have a certain GPA. This helps them be more productive and not be sitting at the computer and unhealthy. Parents should help by providing family activities to distract their teens from a virtual life. Parents, many times, or even me as a sister, I'm an older sister in my house, taking your sister out to the park. Sometimes you come home so tired from work, you just completely forget, you cook and you just want to sleep. But what about your kids? What about they've been doing all day? It is important that they become more active with the community, with other children, just to play and have fun, be kids the way they should be. Society is very dependent on internet and on electronics, but mostly our new generation. And I think it's very important that we take that into consideration, that we have to do something about that. As you can see, that's me and my sister. She got psychological help because she was contemplating suicide only because she was getting threats from MySpace, and her friends were putting her to the side, and she wasn't the cool person at school, and she wanted to be that person. But I think there's something you can do to help a teen. Maybe you don't have brothers and sisters, maybe you have kids, maybe you have cousins, but there's something you can do. Give them a call, say, hey, let's go to the park, and become more involved in their life. So today, I spoke about why teens should spend less time on the internet, why it is facilitated, but what should stop, why they should stop spending so much time on the internet, and how we can limit it, and the extracurricular activities that can help it.